My name is David Siddons, and this is New York City. I'm standing here in Central Park South with Mike Pissarro, a great colleague at Douglas Elliman, someone who sells ultra luxury real estate up here in the city. And this is the Plaza building. This is unit 909, private residences, and it overlooks Central Park. Why am I doing this video? Well, quite candidly, it's to talk about the luxury market and understand ultra luxury real estate in Manhattan. Mike, thanks for doing this video.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much. You too. You too. It's a real pleasure. This is spectacular. Tell me about what this is and help me understand your ultra luxury market up here in Manhattan.
Sure. Well, welcome to the Plaza. I'm glad you took the opportunity to come look at this unique property. It's probably one of the nicest renovations in the entire building. It's also a corner unit, which makes it one of the most special apartments. What's also unique about the property is that we have the highest ceiling height on the 9th floor, which is 12-foot ceiling. The buyers here have been coming, whether they're locally, they're from the building, they're in other areas of Manhattan, or a lot of overseas buyers. And what we're really understanding is that the Plaza is one of the most unique and most recognized buildings in all of Manhattan. The ultra luxury market has been doing quite well. People want fully renovated units. They're not looking to do renovations. They love the style of detail, especially of this apartment. They brought in one of the top designers in the US to renovate this apartment a few years ago and did a $3.5 million plus gut renovation, taking it down to the studs. So it's going to be one of the nicest renovations that you'll see at the Plaza. It's also very lightly used.
An understatement, like you said, they've used this for like very few days that they've owned it. It's manicured within an inch of its life. I can tell you, this is the thing about New York. The build quality here, the renovation quality is really, really high. And I think universally, wherever you go, renovations are timely, expensive, and the one asset that the ultra wealthy have, their measurement of wealth, the measurement of quality, is time. They do not waste time doing things that don't make sense because they're very busy and they're making money at lightning speed. So every second counts. You know, and as you get older, you realize you've only got so many days left in your life. You've got to make the most of it. So wasting it trying to renovate, to a lot of people, it's just not worth it. The view out over Central Park is like, this is the iconic New York view. I'm looking out over the park. I can see the bridge, I can see the water, I see the treetops, I see the city around me. You know, it's hustle and bustle here. What I'm going to reflect, and again, this is like me taking action to come and see this real estate, because it's not enough just to talk about it on paper. It doesn't do it justice. It doesn't help you understand really what people, how they're living, what they want, what they're buying. And I wanted to look at the parallels that we're seeing across our markets. The ultra luxury market in New York is up 5% from last year. The lower level, the 5 million market, is actually down 6%. It's much same story in Miami. Miami's a bit more flat at that lower level. It's just like even keel. But our luxury market is up significantly. Your luxury market, 10 million plus, is up 5%. Our luxury market, here's some crazy statistics for you. Miami's luxury market, 10 million plus, is up 76% more sales in 2024 from January through to August than we had last year. Palm Beach is up 45% and Broward is up 17%. It's not that surprising because our wealth migration has just magnified. So the ultra wealthy, the people who can afford an apartment like this, a lot of them have come down into Miami to buy. We reflected on, it's hard to find this kind of product.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think New York is up 5%, and that's more due to the fact that the supply is not there. Maybe in Florida, they've been obviously building for the last year because they know the demand is there and they see the migration, whether it's from New York or other cities throughout the US. Here, there hasn't been a lot of new development being built in the last few years, so it's more about probably supply than demand. You know, we're starting to see some more $100 million deals. They're calling for a bunch more in the coming year. I think it's coming down more to the fact that we just don't have a lot of the supply, and there's not product for sale. And then when it does come for sale, it's getting scooped up pretty quickly.
So Mike, take us through the three most important things to the ultra luxury buyer in New York and let's see how it stacks up to what is the three most important things to the Miami buyer.
Yeah, sure. So one at the top of the list is going to be location. Location can't be beat here. You're in the center of New York City. You're on Central Park. You're in a condo. You have views of the park, which is pretty unique and special. People also want something that's renovated and done, especially to this quality. The third would probably be replicability, meaning that you can't replicate this. You're on Central Park South. You're overlooking the park. You're in a condo. There's only a certain amount of condos facing Central Park, and once this unit's done or gone or sold, being on the 9th floor is probably the best floor in the building, because from right when you enter the apartment, you're seeing Central Park right in your face. And if you're at a higher level, you have to get closer to the window, obviously, to look down at the park. And this is really unique and special, and you can't replicate it.
And you know what? Replicability, if I was to frame it and I was to take all my ultra luxury buyers and see what they say to me, that replicability, that uniqueness that buyers want, they truly understand that. Because, you know, a lot of it is not so much about the money, it's about getting something that you just can't get again. And they know that that type of product is the best investment. So replicability, and in Miami, it's very, very important, because this is a universal need for the ultra luxury buyer. Down in Miami, you know, we don't have Central Park, but what we have is we have those unobstructed ocean views that you can't get anything in front of you. There's nothing in front of you. Nothing can be built in front here. Just like in Miami, there are buildings like Continuum, which are on the cut as you come out. There's 87 Park. As you look south, there's just the park. Nothing can be built in front of you. Mandarin Oriental that's coming to Brickell Key, nothing can be built in front of you. It's just the water. These assets are the one of ones you won't find again. And once they're gone, they're gone. And the quality has to be very, very high quality. Of course, replicability also goes with the location. It's the same needs and wants. Right. And there are only a finite number of these properties, whether it's New York or whether it's Miami, there's only so much. So now transporting you from the plaza, which is around Central Park, we are back in Miami, and this time we are in 1000 Museum, which is a iconic building with incredible views. Why did I choose this? Well, this building is right in the heart of Miami, much like the plaza is right slap bang around Central Park. This gives you access to the beach, to Brickell. This is, as it sits right now, a 4,600 square foot unit. It is a 4-bedroom apartment. It is a half floor. And very importantly, the price is at $6.6 million. That is half the price of what you'll pay for the unit at the plaza. Now, two very different cities. I'm not going to, again, compare and contrast, but I'm going to zoom you around. But I think that if you are a New York buyer coming down and looking in Miami, you have your Central Park view and you want something central to Miami, then this is as central as it gets. And pound for pound, you will not find a better deal out there. This is fully furnished, turnkey, designer finish, much like the one at the plaza, done to a very high level with an incredible high level of service and amenitization within the building. So pool, gym, valet, helicopter pad on the roof. It's really an endless list of incredible amenities. Let's zoom you around and show you the property, and I'll let you be the judge of which one you like more. Check out this kitchen. There's so much detail. It is a huge countertop. You've got Gaggenau appliances, which are absolutely state of the art. You've got everything held within this appliance garage. Again, more Gaggenau appliances. You go throughout the unit. It's glass all the way around. The hood is hidden. It kind of vacuums up from here up into and out of the building. You've got these really high-grade lights throughout the unit, really high level. What I love about this unit is the doors are really well built. You've got good custom doors, and this came standard with the unit. This wasn't something that somebody had to retrofit. All the doors in this building are really good quality. There's actually no hinges. You can just see the hinge at the top, at the bottom. A really huge corridor, feels much like a house. This really is a home, and it's a home that would really work for a good sized family because you've got the right bedroom count. So first bedroom, bedroom number 1 here. Then we've got the master at the back, which is a beautiful master, really big. Views out over the back of the city, walk-in closet, which is really big. It's a very large closet relative to what you might find, and a state-of-the-art bathroom. His and hers vanities. Behind the mirrors, you've got medicine cabinet. There's a lot of details throughout the building and the apartment to a really, really high level. You've got a midnight kitchen. I really don't see many condos with midnight kitchens in here. This is something I typically see in a house. Let's check out the wardrobe. It's empty, but it just keeps going all the way around. So there's a really, really good size closet. What I like about this apartment, again, actually the same thing that they did in the New York apartment, was that the bedrooms are really separated from the living area. So what you have is you have a great amount of privacy, and that sophisticated feel that you get in a property like this. To a lot of buildings I go into, I see these split floor plans, which I really don't like, with a living room in the middle and then a bedroom and a bedroom. And what that means is there's not a lot of privacy, that if you have someone who wants to go to sleep and somebody who wants to stay up and watch TV or socialize, someone's going to be interrupted. Here, everything's off to the back. So, party at the front, sleeping at the back. It's a lousy day, but there's so much being developed around Miami right now, and even to the west of us. Given the fact that you are in this downtown area, you really have the busiest part of Miami all surrounding you, just like you do in Central Park. You've got Brickell within 3 or 4 minutes from here. You've got all the public transportation, you've got the Metro Mover, you've got the trolley. There's a lot going on. You've got the American Airlines Stadium right opposite you. You've got Wynwood is about 5-10 minutes to the north of us, as is the Design District. And then the beaches, Miami Beach, just cross the causeway on the 195 or 395, and you're going to be there in 10-15 minutes. Super close to everything. This unit 1902 at 1000 Museum is so centrally located. We're right in the heart of downtown. The American Airlines Stadium is 30 seconds just to the south of me. Miami Beach and the beaches, it takes you about a mere 10 to 15 minutes to get onto the beach from here. Yet at the same time, the core of Miami, the engine of Miami that's driving it right now with all the people moving in, is 5 minutes to the south of us. That's Brickell. So you can hear the car noises behind us. We are in the core of Miami. What's staggering is that at 4,600 square feet, with 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, you have a unit price at $6.6 million. This is for a unit that's completely renovated, absolutely turnkey, here on the 19th floor, in a building that is considered one of the most amenitized and maybe best managed buildings in Miami, with a butler level concierge service. Aside from the gym, the pool, you go to the front desk, the security, you have a helipad, you have an indoor pool as well as an outdoor pool, and you have an incredible level spa. So if you are thinking about coming down here and you're looking for a condo to live, maybe it's a primary or it could be a secondary home, but you want to be in the core of everything and you need size, but you don't want to sacrifice and be in an old building, you want to be in a new building, staying within budget. At $6.6 million, there is not a better deal right across the board. This is why I've chosen this unit as the comparable for the unit in the plaza located around Central Park, because as central as that is, so is this. Hopefully that gives you some optics on our 2 cities.